guys, welcome back. How are you guys doing? Guys, let me know what you guys think about this hair. I used to like big hairs. I used to like hairs that are very bulky. At some point I did not, and then at some point I did. I got this wig. It's been a while. I got it at a beauty supply, and I wore it to work. A lot of people were like, "Oh, it looks nice." I'm like, "Really?" But hi guys, welcome back. Um, so today we are talking about relationship. Yeah, we are talking about relationship. Most of us are in relationship or situationship or commitment or whatever you call it, right? So yeah, I want us to talk about relationship today. I want you, including me. I want us to be the change that we want in our relationship. Let me start by saying I know relationships are not perfect, right? Every relationship has a problem. If anybody on this planet Earth comes to you and they tell you that their relationship do not have a problem, that person is lying to you. Well, let me take that back. Maybe it is a new relationship. Maybe they just started dating yesterday, like in yesterday. That is the only relationship that a person would tell you that they do not have problem. But girl, every relationship has problem. In order for relationship to actually work, you you I'm not saying the other person, I'm talking to you have to learn and understand why the other person sees things the way they see, or why they do things the way they do. We all have two eyes, right? But what I see with my two eyes is not what you see with your two eyes. So that's how a relationship is. In order for it to be successful, you have to learn and understand why that person is doing things the way they do and why they are seeing things the way they see it. It must not always be your way. Don't always think that you want that person to see the same thing you see. Uh-uh. That person cannot do things the same way you do. That is the remedy to making your relationship work. If you want your partner to change, let's say your partner is doing something that really irritates the hell out of you, that really irritate the gut out of you, you have to start accepting them for who they are. Remember, that person is not your child. Remember, you did not raise that person up. Remember, you guys are coming from two different backgrounds. Remember, you guys are coming from two different upbringing. So you have to understand where that person is coming from and accept them for who they are, and vice versa. From my experience, I have learned that people can only change. Let me say your spouse or your boyfriend or whatever, right? They can only change if you start accepting them. People can only change if they feel liked and accepted the way they are. Yes, you cannot make a grown somebody change. You cannot shove down change into their throat. No matter what you do, the only way they will change is if they love themselves and if you accept and like them for who they are. That is the only way that would lead them to making some changes. Like, true, I'm serious. I'm talking out of experience. So you don't expect somebody to change if you are constantly criticizing them, if you constantly dislike whatever they do, then if you are always very unappreciative. These are the three key things that will make a person wants to protect themselves. All right? Because you are throwing all these words at them. you don't appreciate them, you don't accept them, you dislike them, and then in whatever they do, you criticize them. They would not change, honey. They would not. They would try to protect the reasons why they are doing all those things. So instead of fighting them, criticizing them, disliking them, and then being unappreciative, instead remind yourself of all the good things that they have done and appreciate them for that. That way, you're giving them some kind of foundation for motivation to improve themselves. That way, you are giving them room to also improve and work on themselves. And of course, I get it, right? It's not everything in a relationship that you should tolerate. There are certain things that you cannot tolerate. It's just depend on an individual basis, right? There are people that will tolerate somebody who cheats. There are people that will tolerate abuse. There are people that would tolerate physical abuse. There are people that would tolerate drug users. So it all depends on you. Know the kind of things that you can tolerate. But know the kind of things that you can tolerate. Don't judge other people for the things that they can tolerate and the things that you cannot tolerate, because again, these are two different people. Right? The change in your relationship would always start with you. Don't be that person that will spend more time questioning your partner's word instead of your own. You two are not perfect. You are also doing things that the other person do not like. So instead of spending time dwelling on the things that you do not like about them, why not spend that time and dwell on making yourself better? All relationship has conflict. All couples will argue at some point in their relationship. The difference is how these conflicts are handled in that relationship. Remember, with every conflict, we have to remember in conflict, we are always finding a way how to repair that. It's just like a car. If you buy a brand new car and then the car suddenly spoils, you are not going to just dump that car because the car had a lot of fault, right? You're going to try to repair that car. Same goes with a relationship. We have conflict in relationship. In whatever thing we do in life, we do have conflict. But again, the difference is how we handle that repair. So don't be that kind of a person that only sees problem with your partner. You are not seeing problem with you because you want things done your way. You can also take responsibility by apologizing to your partner. Don't be that person that will always sit back and want your partner to apologize. Even if that person has been doing it over and over and over and over again, there will be this one day when that person is waiting for you to come and offer that apology and say, I'm sorry. The person wants you to take responsibility as well. If you realize in life, what I've realized is that the couple that are successful today are those that have given the other person the benefit of a doubt and consider that they both are doing their best to make this relationship work. Yeah, so relationship is not easy at the end of the day. Remember, we are dealing with two different human, two different background, two different everything. So let's try to be considerate. Let's try to solve problems the way they come. Let's try to take responsibility and let us be the change that we want in our relationship. And I will see you guys in my next video. Bye.